Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Hello, kids, and welcome back to another episode of Unlimited Justice, your Justice League, your Justice Society podcast. We're going to have a super time today, kids. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is
Lilith Hellfire.
that plucky young intern. It is.
I don't work for free. I actually had an externship, which means you get a paid residency at a job. Like I don't work for free. When I was in college, I never applied to internships.
Nice. All right, so yes, kids, we're here to talk the premiere, the first two episodes of My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah, I have thoughts. Interesting thoughts.
Ooh, all right. Well, that's what we're here for. So yeah, I mean, I guess its slot is its regular slot is what Thursday night, Friday morning, midnight on Adult Swim, and then the next day on HBO Max.
Yeah, My Adventures with Superman, an animated superhero show about Superman. It's following, Clark Kent, early days as he tries to build a secret identity as Superman and go over his origins, and then we see Lois Lane is not the new star reporter she is that we are used to seeing. It's giving Smallville, and also we get Jimmy Olsen as his college roommate, and they're doing an internship at the Daily Planet. I find this very interesting. It's giving Shonen Trio if you're an anime fan.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
all.
like it.
Yeah, it's also given the vibes of some of the more current Spider-Man animated series, where it's where Miles Morales is the same age as Peter Parker. It's here. It's like Jimmy Olsen is the same age as Lois and Clark, and
I kind of like that. So, like I said, it's giving Smallville, so I kind of like that twist. A lot. This definitely is okay. So this show had a lot of work ahead of it itself, right? Because when it comes to Superman, and you have to reimagine it, especially as a cartoon. You want something that resonates with multiple generations of comic book fans, and that's super hard to pull off because he's the oldest, most well-known, most beloved, arguably, superhero.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people have spent decades attached to him, but it all what feels right and true to you depends on when, where, and how you first encountered him, right? And so there's all these different takes that can be done. I mean, literally, there's as many different Supermen as there are, multiverses in DC, right?
I mean, the character's been around for 80 some years. Yeah, you're gonna
exactly. So it was kind of what's going on? Why does the show look like this? Is this set for a younger audience? I mean, does it even really matter because we have Superman Legacy coming in? It's all these things. Why does this show exist? Why does it look like this? But so it had a lot to overcome. But I think that it's actually really well done so far. The first two episodes that I've seen.
Oh yeah,
I like this take. This is what I've been saying. We need a hopeful, plucky Clark Kent.
Yes.
We still have Mom, Pa Kent. I like this take. I was super worried. Why is it on Adult Swim? What? I don't want that for my Superman. But
I know. I'm like, do they run that warning in front of all their shows on Adult Swim? Because there was the thing of there was certain mature or graphic.
They don't run it for Family Guy. I don't know why they were running for this show.
I know, because I was waiting for this warning. I'm like, oh no, what are they going to be giving us in this show? But they really didn't give us anything. I thought that was warning worthy. So I don't know why, but unless they just do that for every show.
Not that I haven't watched Adult Swim in literally probably a decade and a half.
I mean, I watched this with my 10-year-old son, and I mean, I didn't see anything in it that would be a problem in there for children or anything.
Yeah, so maybe that's a new warning that they've had to. I am having a terrible, terrible thunderstorm. If you can hear that, I am sorry.
The
desert needs it, so I'm just gonna pretend like this isn't happening and it's not scary.
Oh my!
Somebody save me. But no,
Bad weather follows you everywhere.
you know, I'm not quite out of the Southwest technically. So.
Hurricanes, storms.
Yeah.
How we had big storms here when she was here.
A windstorm, I know.
I know.
Am I secretly Aura? No, maybe. But I think a lot of people, a lot of older people. How do you feel about the art style? Like, I didn't mind it. It's not too terribly anime.
I mean, I didn't mind it.
It
Again,
gives me Studio Ghibli vibes, which is like the cutest form of anime.
yeah. I mean, anime is never my cup of tea, but I didn't think this was bad at all. I mean, I had no problem with the animation, and again, it seems more like in the current style of a lot of the animated series. I had no problem with it. I thought they did a good job with the animation and everything,
And
and
it has a theme song, "Up and Away" by Cow Troop and the Heretics. I'm just like, okay. Okay, it's giving like when Enterprise was the only Star Trek show to have like a theme song.
yeah.
That wasn't like the classic Star Trek theme, right? I
And I
was
think
like, okay.
and I think they kind of like paid a respect to a lot of stuff, even in just these 2 episodes so far, because it's like if you have like any version of a hopeful Superman, I think they kind of played respect to, whether it's in the comics or like movies. I mean, you did get some Christopher Reeve vibes. You did get some comic book vibes. The News Kid Legion
Yeah.
instead of the Newsboy Legion. Did you see it? They're like showing their little newspaper in the crossword puzzle. Did you see that Easter egg? It said Guardian.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, this is so cute. And I was like, oh, they went and made Jimmy Olsen black. Okay, that's fine.
But I
Well,
just
because
thought,
the voice actor is black, I guess. So it's
mm,
like, I kind of still miss my redhead Jimmy Olsen, but it's fine. It's
well,
fine.
that's what I was wondering, because it was kind of hard with the anime, because I believe the actress who voices Lois is Asian. I
Yeah,
was like, are we
she
go?
is
Is she
Alice.
supposed to? I was like,
So
is the
yeah, she is
character?
not white like Clark. So I think that's the vibes that they're giving. Alice Lee. She's a singer too, so I wonder if they're gonna get into
Oh,
that.
some singing. I mean,
Yeah, she's been in I saw her in a movie. She also has a YouTube channel. I don't know if she's gonna keep it up to date now that she's like doing this, but like
mm.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, which is a really good movie actually. I enjoy it. So cool. Shout out to Alice Lee.
And I
And
wasn't.
Ishmael Saeed, he has some other stuff. He's like a director or a writer and stuff. So it was like kind of interesting that they didn't go with like known voice actors. And Jack Quaid is kind of now an up and coming voice actor at this
Well,
point.
yeah. I mean, and again, I wasn't sure how I felt about Jack Quaid playing Clark Kent, but I
But
mean,
it's a young Clark Kent. I feel like
yes,
he's gonna grow, like he's gonna use the voice to like grow into a more
yeah,
confident Clark, playing pretending to be shy. But right now, he is totally the farm boy.
yeah.
He
I
is
had,
Smallville.
yeah, no, I thought he did a good job. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but yes, he did a great job with this. And I don't know if they didn't announce the rest of them yet, but like the list I see, I only see 7 episodes, and I mean we've already burned through 2, so I'm just like, really? There's only 5 more?
Yeah, I mean well, like I said, it's like we're kind of in this limbo. Like, does Superman still sell? Is this something to animation is extremely
Well,
expensive.
I was gonna say too. One, it's expensive,
And Warner Brothers, when
and and
Discovery
it,
bought them, didn't want them to do animation anymore.
and it takes time to create animation too. So
Yeah. So like that's the whole thing. I don't know if you remember like why Cartoon Network technically doesn't like exist anymore. They wiped like a lot of animated stuff out of even Sesame Street they tried to get rid of and stuff. So it's like a whole thing. So I feel like yeah, that might be all that we get.
so do
And
you
if we like it, if the ratings are good, they'll keep doing it. I think that's just how it's going to be going forward.
so do you feel that they're
It's a
looking at
critical darling. I haven't
they're
seen one bad word
oh
about
yeah,
it.
I told you before it aired. All I saw was good reviews. But do you think they're sitting there looking at the numbers to see, is that going to tell its
Oh
future?
yeah, that especially with like the getting it over to Max now. Like what
Hmm.
do those next day numbers look like? It's super important.
Because
At this point.
I thought I saw somewhere. Does was it Adult Swim's YouTube channel? One of the YouTube channels I think shared the first episode for free or something on their YouTube channel. So yeah, they're pushing to get this,
Yeah, like I said, I think this is
which
what
it
we
deserves.
needed.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
I'm glad that they're actually putting some. I've been worried about Superman for a very long time, as you guys know. Any longtime listeners know. Like I love Superman, but I've been super worried about his branding, and I think this is fantastic. This is like an like we definitely needed an all ages to get everybody back into the to
Oh
loving
yeah,
Superman. Something you can watch with your kid, and like if you're a fan, you can go, oh, this kind of reminds me of this issue of Superman. So,
exactly.
stuff like that.
I'm
So
I'm telling you, I mean, this thing now, and then Superman and Lois. I mean, it's starting to. I'm starting to feel good about Superman again, which I haven't felt in
and
the longest
I'm
time.
actually excited about Superman Legacies that we're having no name, fresh face. I think that's the approach that we definitely want, and also like I really dig that they decided to like really pay homage to Superman's origins and make the lead actor Jewish, as controversial as that is for whatever reason. It makes sense to me.
I see. I
I
mean, I
think
don't.
there's a quote somewhere where they're like, "Well, yeah, he's literally supposed to be a super Jewish person. Like he's like the ultimate hope of that. Like so, whatever. I dig it. Like I'm really excited to be in the Superman business again.
And I don't know if it's just like Snyder Bros, but I see people online trying to say, "Oh, he looks like Cavill Light," and it's just like,
No, it doesn't.
I'm just like, no,
And
one,
if
you
he
got,
did, so what? Like, there's a million girls that look like Margot Robbie. We can't have
I
one person
know.
that looks like Henry Cavill.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I was saying. The will too. It's like, well, let's see. You know, we're casting for type too. You know, tall, dark hair. You know, Superman
It's
type.
like
So
babes. Brandon Roth kind of looked like Christopher Reeves. Deal
yeah,
with it.
exactly.
He was literally cast for that reason. What is your
They're
point?
all going to look similar because you're casting. You know, you're looking for a tall guy, dark hair. You know, the certain jaw. You know.
I think the only like superhero that really had like the two superheroes that have like the most diverse in cast is Spider Man and Batman.
Mm,
Like those are the most
yeah.
diverse like range of actors that have played the character. So, but Superman, nah, pretty straightforward, tall, dark, and handsome with a
Well,
strong
again,
square jaw.
Spider-Man and Batman, you're wearing a mask half the time. Superman, your face is out
Yeah,
there
it's out
24
there.
the whole time. Yeah.
So yeah, it's whatever, whatever. The first episode was really cute though. I was like, okay, I like it, you know.
And how do you feel
Um,
about the flashbacks, of, like his childhood?
it's giving Arrow, but I like the first couple of seasons. Arrow's flash, as long as the flashbacks are like not every episode inconsistent and they don't
Hmm.
fuck up the main timeline, I'm good. like, wait a minute, you were off the island and you did. Never mind. But yeah, like I like the flashback. It was really cute. It was like, of course, it's like him saving somebody in a car, right? Of course, we have to do that homage. He's trying to get his kite out of the tree, and I'm like, oh, this is so cute.
I was waiting for him to lift that car over his
Me
head.
too. I was waiting. I was like, oh, they're being subtle about it. That's fine.
Hmm. Oh, but then was it the second episode? Yeah, the flashback. You know, when his parents show him the ship for the first time and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it's giving Smallville in all the best ways, so I love it.
I know.
And then it's the hologram, and he's like, "Oh,
You can't understand Jor-El. Yeah.
yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, nobody understands Jarell. It's okay, buddy." But then, like, Jimmy gets um, Willis is taken by one of the agents, and they're interrogating Leslie, you know, the thieves leader or whatever. I'm just like, oh,
Oh yeah.
they already did Livewire. I love that. Like that's kind of a consistent theme in modern. Like Superman, like whether it's Superman or Supergirl, like we're gonna throw Livewire in there. We're just gonna do that.
And I love they made you wait for her because like they didn't say her name right away or anything.
Yeah,
It's just like,
it was really cool.
hey, I mean, I appreciate any time when right out of the gate we're not doing Lex or Doomsday or General
Which
Zod.
when you're doing that Smallville thing, it's very easy. Like we could get away with Lex, but they're not doing it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, yeah.
Also,
Exactly.
did you know Vicky Vale is supposed to like appear, and then they also have like somebody from Intergang and Task Force X are gonna show up too. So
Well,
this is gonna be
they
crazy.
did name drop Task Force. I mean, we saw Amanda Waller at the end of
Yeah.
episode 2. Well, that's like that secret agent. Like I didn't even know until I looked at the credits that was supposed to be Slade Wilson.
Yeah, I was like, look at us go.
Because just the way he moved and the weapons he was using, I'm like, didn't that look like? I mean, didn't he move like Dick Grayson?
A little bit, a little
Like
bit.
I'm getting Agent 37 vibes here, you know?
And I love that Perry White is not impressed with Lois right away. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Well, again,
It's giving J. Jonah Jameson, to be quite honest.
I mean, it's realistic too. I mean, you work in business. I mean, an intern runs in and says, "Oh, I have a great idea." Aren't you just like,
It's like,
"Okay,
babes,
what's your
those
idea?"
photos are more blurry than Spider-Man, Peter Parker photos. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, and then they had a robot in the first episode, so that's always fun.
Yes,
You
couple
know,
robots.
Mama loves a
Yeah,
robot lately, so.
robot fight. Oh, hey, oh. Yeah,
And
that
I
was
love that she's instantly obsessed with the idea of Superman because that, it's giving Naomi, but in the best way. You know what I mean?
yes. And I don't want to scare you, but like, what is that? Like when his powers are kicking in or something, and the eyes start glowing, and like it gets like a glowy thing. I was like, oh, this is giving me Electric Superman vibe.
Which it makes sense that they want to like pay homage to every single
Yeah,
like thing, and I don't mind that. I mean, as long as he doesn't get an electric mullet, we'll be fine. Or a
because
rat tail.
because the logo really was giving me like Electric Superman vibes.
Yeah. And then listen, the vibes of Electric Superman, totally
Yeah,
cool. The
yeah.
execution, a little shaky, especially towards the end.
And if you get there one day, I'm just like, oh, tell me they're not doing this in the first two they're doing that in the first two episodes. But no.
No. I feel like these are people that actually have read Superman,
That's what I
have
said.
seen some
That's what I said. The
movies.
News Kid Legion. I mean, there was Easter eggs in here where you can tell someone read the comics.
Yeah, and that's I don't think that's too much to ask to have a product made by people that have a passion for the character. Because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't,
I like little Easter eggs like that where it's like if you haven't read the comics, no big deal. It just goes
but
right
if
over
you
your
have,
head.
it lets everybody know, like, yeah, I'm a nerd like you, kid.
Yeah. You're like, I've read some 90s comics or earlier stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a love letter to Superman, which is what I've been wanting for so long. And like I said, I was very like kind of apprehensive just from the look of it and just like kind of what they were telling us and stuff. I love the logo though. I mean, the little DC thing can go, but like I love their little logo.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
And again, yeah, this is the direction to turn Superman into, not that
Not the Snyder Bro. Yeah,
not
no
Zack
more
Snyder,
Snyder Bro.
not Zack Snyder. Let's interpret every character through the Batman lens.
Yeah.
No,
And I found it really interesting that they went with Studio Mirko Limited to do the actual animation. It's a South Korean animation firm. They kind of did the Boondocks, which is why I said they have that American anime kind of look. They
mm,
also did Legends of Korra, which is kind of no, not Legends of Korra. They did Voltron,
mm.
which is also kind of the American anime vibes too. So I was like, okay, yeah. I was wondering why it kind of looked a little familiar to me, but it makes sense. Like they
Well,
didn't want to go full
yeah.
anime on
Well,
it,
well,
which
once
I
yeah,
kind of
it
appreciate.
it works. It works because, like I said, anime.
Soft watercolors. It's
And
like the
yeah,
backgrounds are so beautiful.
anime
Really.
is usually not my cup of tea, and I had no problem with this animation. So
But yeah, it's definitely giving shonen trio tropes all over the place too. So it's like kind
yeah,
of like bridging the gap for like people who like anime but maybe feel like Superman's like kind of boring and old fashioned. It kind of brings that group into it too to kind of maybe fall in love with Superman for maybe the first time. So I think it's like super smart how they've
yeah.
kind of like constructed the show.
So I mean, it seems like the total package is here. The story is here. The animation they got down good. So
Yeah. And the characters, and like I said, they kind of have made like, Lois Lane Asian, Jimmy Olsen's black. So it's like, but like if you never read the comic, you wouldn't know any difference. There's plenty of black people with Irish last names, you know? No, it's true. It's like a thing. So it's just like you wouldn't know. And Jimmy Olsen was black in Supergirl. So if you saw that and you see that, and then you're like,
yeah,
oh,
it's like
okay.
yeah, again, it's not the first time they've done that. Yeah,
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of like interesting too. It's like, oh well, maybe the last iteration that they liked to be before he became Guardian and ruined everything.
That-
Um,
that's so funny that actor's on Law and Order now, and like you see him like he's built, and you're like that was Jimmy Olsen. I don't care if he's black, but I'm like, man, we had to build Jimmy Olsen. That's
like
that's
he
something
literally
that
could have been the Black Superman instead.
pretty pretty
It's
much.
like, why didn't you just recast him for the Black Superman and Superman and Lois? That actually would have made a little more sense.
Oh, John Henry Irons. Oh yeah.
I still like the actor that plays
Oh
Black
yeah. Oh yeah.
Superman. But
The
like
actor
I
did
just thought of that,
it.
but like Makad was kind of like sick of the CW because they don't really treat their black actors the best. We all know this. So, more power to him that he got a little Law and Order job because that's going to last forever as long as you act right. Look at Ice-T. He's been holding on to that job for 20, 30 years. Dang near, so.
No, 20 some years. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, those Law and Orders. Yeah, if you can hang on to those, yeah.
1999, baby.
I mean, look at poor Sam Waterston, man. He's still there.
Not poor Sam, where he's like, this is the best gig you could ever have.
He's making money now.
I
He should.
show up for 5 minutes at the end of the
I was
episode.
gonna say now he's the guy in the chair saying, "Yeah, yeah, make the deal, convict that."
Yeah, but I am super impressed. Like I love that people like it, that they're responding to it. Like I know DC is throwing up that, like, you could have had that. You literally could have had that if you hadn't gone the Schneider route with
Yeah,
Superman.
we could have been this.
People respond to this. People don't want that.
And I know we don't want to do the same thing over and over again, but it's like, you know, take the model, take the model from this animated series. Look at the Christopher Reeve stuff. You know,
Superman should always literally be the symbol of hope in the universe.
again, it's like poor Brandon Routh. If you had given him like a better script, I mean, you would have had how many
Superman
movies?
is a deadbeat dad. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I listen, and I love a downer cut. Y'all know I love a downer cut.
I mean,
but they should have just rebooted.
You could have
trying to make a continuation.
Exactly. I mean, you complete reboot. You could have got like 3-4 movies with Brandon Routh as Superman.
Yeah. But it also comes down to the fact that Nolan didn't want to make a Superman movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when it got into like Zack Snyder's hands, he definitely didn't want anything to do with it. But that's why you see his name in the credits as like a producer in Man of Steel. It's because it's that leftover stuff from like the where Christian Bale's Batman and Brandon Routh's Superman. They did want to make like a Batman v Superman. You see it like in I Am Legend, like that was like the tease for it, but like just negotiations fell apart and stuff like that.
And I mean, you might have gotten you could have maybe spun as a shared universe out of it, and you would have beat Marvel to the punch. And you would have beat Marvel to the punch if that first Brandon Routh thing had, they had done a better job on that.
But ultimately, what stalled that was they did originally want to do a Justice League with all fresh faces, and it's kind of ironic that some of those fresh faces ended up being like the adult Shazam characters.
Really?
Like as an apology for that, and I think that's really cool and also unfortunate. Like we could have really had something different and unique, and it just kind of makes me sad about what we could have had. But like this is a real big step forward, and I need people. If you like this, let them know. We can't go back to the Zack Snyder age. I can't do it.
No.
I won't do it.
No. I mean, there's just in the last decade or so, I mean, just that Zack Snyder, New 52, those things have damaged the brand. Those are the big two culprits that they damaged the Superman brand. A lot of the DC brands.
Yeah, definitely.
No, we need more hopeful. We need more fun.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. Superheroes are supposed to be fun. Fun.
I was gonna say not everyone needs to be Batman, but Batman could use a little lightening up too.
Brother, you're preaching to the choir. I mean, it's a reason why people respond more to Nightwing these days than Batman.
Exactly.
So, again, sometimes the obvious answer is obvious, but they just won't take it.
Again, I mean, they have a whole treasure trove of stuff they can redo from like the Silver Age and.
Yeah, and then Chris Cornell played Slade Wilson.
Yes.
I was just like, that's so cute. And then also we're gonna be getting Toyman too, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah,
it's giving.
I did see there was a casting.
People that have to show up in the Spider-Man lore, like whether it's live action or cartoon, and Toyman and Livewire are always like some of the first, and I just think that's fascinating and funny.
Well, I guess Livewire is like the new Harley Quinn. It's like she premiered on the animated series, and then it's like I guess was so popular that they just she just keeps showing up.
It's a cool villain, and now we're gonna get Supergirl too, allegedly. So.
Oh yeah, and I did see a casting for Lana Lang too, so I guess we're gonna be getting Lana too.
Well, that makes sense because I'm probably for flashbacks, maybe.
Yeah, or if he even when he goes back,
she could be a reporter too, or something.
Or we did see him go back home in the modern day too. So.
Yeah. Interesting, but we better not be doing no love triangles, because I mean, like again, it's like Smallville, babes. Yeah, Lana Lang's there, but Lois is there. So we all know how that ends up. Or they could do. She ends up with maybe we meet Pete. I didn't see one for Pete though, so.
I mean, who knows? Because I mean, did you see? At the end of that second one, spoilers. They see the byline for the story. It's Cat Grant, Ron Troop, and
Yes.
Steve Lombard. I'm like, oh, these people who know some comics. Okay.
Oh, and you want to know something funny?
Hmm.
You know the lady Carrie Walgreen that plays Martha Kent. She does the voice for young Clark Kent too.
Oh, really?
I thought that was really cool too. So
Hmm. Oh, those are the people making bank. I mean, those women who can do like women voices and like even like young kids, boys or girls. I mean, those are the people making money.
yeah, I saw that we're getting Heat Wave eventually too,
Hmm.
and Mr. Pixelic.
Of
So
course, of course. I mean, you do
yeah,
it.
that's classic. And I think we're not gonna be necessarily doing Brainiac. Well, we'll probably do a version of Brainiac.
Yeah, but I mean, you do animated. You have to do a mixed pit.
Yeah, and we're definitely getting Silver Banshee, which I'm super excited about. So
Oh,
like Livewire Silver Banshee, those are like really cool characters.
exactly.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm this like I said, it looks like they know what they're doing, and I'm so excited. I couldn't be more excited. Like I was very
Mhm.
on the fence about it. They won me over. It's not hard to do. Just actually not make it grim dark, and we're good to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Again, it's fun. It's like heart. Like especially some of those flashbacks, heartwarming and stuff. And
Yeah, and I love that the title for it was like Adventures of a Normal Man Part 1 and 2.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the third episode spoilers is gonna be called My Interview with Superman. So I'm just
Yes.
like, okay.
Oh yeah. I was looking at, like I said, there were 7 episodes listed. I was looking at all the titles. Yeah. I mean, it's looks like people are having fun. They're having fun with this.
But so it's season 2 has already been like a package deal. So I think that's probably why it is split into two. Maybe they
Oh, okay. So
actually
we've already confirmed a season 2.
yeah.
Oh, thank God. No, I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
I mean, you could tell, yeah, we're really diving into DC universe too, because episode 4, let's go to Ivo Tower, you say?
yeah, I love You Will Believe a Man Can Lie too. That's so cool.
Yes,
I
play
was
on
just like,
words.
that's so cute.
Episode 6, My Adventures with Mad Science.
We might actually get Brainiac, played by Michael Emerson. I didn't think he wanted to deal with Warner Brothers anymore, but
Hmm.
fingers crossed. I love Michael Emerson as a Losty, so
Episode 7, Kiss Kiss Fallen Portal.
that sounds about right. To be quite honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited. I was pleasantly surprised. Like I can't praise the show. At least the first 2 episodes enough.
oh, super excited, you
This
say?
might be our year, Phil. This might be the year we see Superman turn around.
I hope so.
It's been a long time coming.
Although it's really going to push my ADD buttons then for to start an Electric Mullet podcast.
You can use this feed right here and have fun, friend.
I know. I
You
just
just
need
gotta find time.
to find a time and a time slot. Yeah. But again, I mean, that's how I can tell when stuff is like really good, like this show and like even Superman and Lois, where it's like it makes me want to go back and like read the older stuff. That's like I said on Tuesday, I was at me and Luca were at the comic shop. I picked up a bunch of '90s Superman stuff.
I mean, it's not helping the normal book, but it's always
No,
good to have a Superman fan.
but
Like
I
get
can
people reinterested.
but I can tell when like the current stuff is really good and it's like pushing my buttons in a good way because then I want to like read whatever I can of whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean the Superman stuff that they have out is, I mean, luckily we have like some '90s stuff out there. So
But well, that's the thing too. It's like the current Superman comics. It's like I don't know if we're 100% there yet, but I think they're kind of steering in the right direction. They're riding the boat. It's turning in the right direction.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because I mean I think Philip
Now,
Kennedy
if the book
Johnson.
wanted to like just reboot and turn kind of lean into the show, I wouldn't even bat an eyelash. That's fine with me. It's fine with me. I can always use a younger mom Pa Kent.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we need. I mean, I think they are back in the comics, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we need Mom, Paul Kent there.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of like a staple for me.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think it's a solid start. If they keep this up,
yeah,
this might be one of the best like Superman iterations
yeah.
we've seen in a while.
But I think all the genres, the animated, the live action, the comics. I mean, we're starting to turn back in the right direction.
Yeah, like I said, I was really, really worried about Superman for a long time.
Yeah.
This gives me so much hope.
Well, remember, I mean, New 52, I mean, we were had
Oh,
no love for Superman, but then once they started bringing, they brought back the original,
yeah. After
original
Convergence,
Superman and bringing that.
Convergence is the one good thing that came out of it was we got our marriage back.
Yes, yes.
God, that was a slog. Scroll way down.
I mean, well, that was the problem with New 52. They wanted to make Superman like the outsider and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I know he's an alien, but he's the one who's going to be he's more connected to people than Batman and stuff.
Yeah, he's literally like a cornbread fed farm boy. Like, what's more American than that?
Yes.
So weird the choices that they've made, but we're writing the ship. That's all that matters. That's all that
Yes.
matters to me. Maybe
And
we'll
again,
get some sweet merch now.
kids, I mean, yeah, I mean, is this a prime example of, you vote with your dollars, show them what you want.
Yep. We all know Schneider Bros are just bots. We all know that.
I know. That's why I want to argue with them, but I'm just like, yeah, I know they're bots. It's like,
Just like all Felicity Smoke fans are bots. I'm convinced.
oh my.
I've never met a real Arrow fan that liked Felicity Smoke in the wild. Never. Not one convention I've ever been to. Sure, Emily Bat Rickards is pretty, but the character of Felicity sucks. So I'm pretty sure they're all Tumblr bots. I'm convinced of it now. Anywho.
Or people who don't like Iris West, they're like, yeah, she stole her marriage. Good. Stole her wedding.
Ugh, F in the chat for Candace Patton.
Oh my god, that thing was I mean, that whole thing was such a cluster because it's like, yeah, not only does Felicity horn in on Iris's wedding, but they do it at the end of a Legends. It was a part of the crossover, so it was at the end of a Legends of Tomorrow. Like, really?
Like, not everybody was sticking around for that part of the cross. No offense, y'all know I love a legend.
I'm like, we put it at the end of a show that none of these people are regulars on? Okay.
CW, I don't miss you.
Ratings.
Anywho, yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say. I'm elated.
Yes.
I've been so deprived of like good Superman material for so long. Like, I almost want to cry. Almost.
Yes. And again, I think there's enough here for adults who, if you're a adult fan of Superman, you can watch it. You can watch this with your children. There's nothing too violent or problematic about this. So yeah, I mean, you're
I
pretty
wonder
much.
if they're going to try to turn Adventures of the John Kent book into this maybe.
How?
He needs something. I feel like he needs something.
Yeah. I mean, they could do so much more with John now that him and Clark's identities are secret
no
again.
Worries. I mean, issue 5 that came out this week is the penultimate issue. So I mean,
well, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a mini series, but yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. They need to play up the secret identity because John Kent hasn't had a secret identity in how long?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I also like the Super Sun stuff they were doing. So maybe.
Yeah.
I said, I want to see how far they're gonna. I feel like every DC universe should start with Superman. I feel like that's the foundation that you need to lay it on.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious to see how they build out this world, and if we are gonna get like a Batman, a Wonder Woman, a Green Lantern, a Flash, or something like that too, just like cameos, but just so that they're out there and we're like setting up that far flung future,
I mean, maybe they'll hold back on the Batman just because there is. I mean, there is.
I don't want that till at least.
Yeah, no. Why? No, there is a Batman animated series in the works too, so it's.
But not by the same people. So
no.
That synergy that Batman the animated series and the original Batman Superman animated series had, where they're literally the same people.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, maybe even especially since he's getting his own show, maybe they'll just be like, yeah, maybe we'll just bring in other heroes. We don't have to do
like I said, Flash, Green Lantern, something like that.
Yeah, we don't have to do Batman every time.
Although they are besties, so eventually eventually.
Yeah.
Emphasis on eventually. I don't need it right away at all because, like I said, the Superman universe and lore is so cool and interesting that we don't need. It's not like we need Batman. We have so much way more cool stuff to explore, and then also him and Lois getting together. So.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, if they wanted to do something like this in the John, for John Kent, I mean, you could have him going to high school as a regular kid,
Yeah, Yeah, we're gonna have to
regular.
retcon some stuff, but that's fine because I didn't really agree with how he ended up aged up and stuff. So
Yeah, I know. I know.
let's say if anybody needs to be aged up, it's Damien. I don't care if it's a magical potion from Zantana. Just do it and get him out of the nest already. I mean, he was
I mean,
on that island alone forever. Nobody cared.
I mean,
So
Damien's pretty much on his own now anyway. It doesn't matter how old he is.
yeah, he's been kicked out of the nest. But at least it doesn't make Bruce look as bad. Is all I'm saying.
I know. I'm just waiting. I mean, they kind of pulled a fast one on us before, but like on the Batman stuff, when are we bringing Alfred back finally?
Wait, the question is, much like Peter Parker, do we need Alfred Pennyworth in modern Batman right now?
I think if no one else besides Nightwing and everyone, isn't Alfred the ultimate voice of reason, whispering in Bruce Wayne's ear? Yeah, you might not want to do that.
And that's probably why he's been missing for so
Oh, we want to a Batman completely off the rails.
long. I mean, literally every time Alfred like is quote unquote dead or goes missing, that's what happens, right? And that's the excuse where Alfred's not around to calm him down. And so whenever they decide to get him off this little rampage that he's on right now, probably after the Catwoman Batman war or whatever,
Oh, maybe,
they'll
yeah.
bring him back. So yeah, but yeah, this world they set up is super cool.
Super. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm here for it. Yeah, I looked at the list and I only saw 7 episodes and I was bummed. I'm like, wait, we're not getting more this season.
And that's just gonna be the trend for
Yeah,
animation going forward. A lot of times,
yeah,
like I think, like even like the highest rated like adult animation, which was like Rick and Morty until their scandal, they only
yeah.
got like 10 episodes, but they got greenlit for like 5 seasons at a time. And I see it like I said, this got greenlit for 2, so I think they'll
Yeah.
probably do 2 at a time every time.
Well, once again, I mean, just in the modern thing, it's like streaming shows don't get more than 10, and even like Superman and Lois doesn't get more than 12 or 13 episodes a season. So I mean, it's
Well, CW writers can't be trusted to do more than 13 episodes, quite
oh, true,
frankly.
true.
Like I don't miss the 20. Like I wish that if they did give them 22 episodes, that they would break it up into like mini seasons, like
Yes.
every 6 episodes it's a different arc or something, instead of
Hmm.
just 22 episodes and a whole bunch of filler. Like I am so past that model. So yeah, I mean if it's a nice tight story within the parameters of a short season, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And thank God they gave him a season 4 because they ended 3 on a cliffhanger, kind of a cliffhanger. So it's like, thank you.
They could have just wrote a comic and fixed it, but
Uh,
I mean that's the thing you do these days.
yeah, true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be curious to see if they have any like merch. Because like I said, that logo is
Oh
definitely a little
yeah.
different. So
And I mean too. I mean, guys, there's probably not going to be a lot of TV in 2024. Man, they should really start cranking out these episodes. Be like, hey, man, hey,
like I said, because they got 2 orders at a time, I'm pretty sure both seasons are probably done. Because I mean, like it's the typical length of
yeah.
like an regular animated show, so they probably did them all together, and they're just gonna wait for a
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah,
Probably when we're at our lowest, they're like, "Oh, here's a new season," because that's what they used to do with Rick and Morty. They would just wait and wait and wait until they're like, "Okay, yeah, this is the perfect spot where it's gonna have all the ratings. There's nothing
yeah.
else out." So I think that's probably what they'll end up doing for season 2.
Because that would be the thing, man. If there's not a lot of new TV, just be like, hey, we're new. Come check out. Are you a fan of Superman? Come check this out.
Even if you're not, there's nothing else. What else you're gonna watch?
Exactly, exactly.
So yeah, as long as they don't fumble the bag, I think we got a winner, kids.
I think they kind of know what they have, and they kind of have faith in it because again, we are doing the Adult Swim and then the Max release too. So
And of course, we'll never know the max numbers, but we can know that. I mean, they haven't. Well, it's only been the 7th, so I don't think it's completely updated.
well, that's my thing. It's like, I mean, is there a certain cachet to it or something? But why are we doing the Adult Swim thing? Putting this on it.
Like I said, it was so off-putting. I literally had no idea why this was on Adult Swim.
And again, why? Again, I mean, I know it's on Max anytime you want to watch it, but why Adult Swim at midnight for this? I'm like, this is like prime time. Why didn't I
I
put this
guess
on?
because he's in college, they might be getting up to college shenanigans. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, these first 2 episodes really didn't see anything. I'm like, if the rest of them are like this, I'm like, why don't you put it on at like an earlier hour when like maybe there's even like more little kids up and stuff,
Yeah, I have
jack those numbers
no
up.
idea what they're doing. No clue. I don't know what's going on.
So I'm telling you, man, when I was 6 years old, I was all into Transformers. I see Superman punching giant robots. I would have been like, yeah, I'm here for this. But yeah, so yes, tentatively, yes, I believe they're the brand is steering in the right direction. So
I cannot find the Nielsen ratings for this thing. It's interesting.
is it still kind of early or
Usually they have it next day, but maybe they're waiting on the 3 day. I don't know.
maybe?
But yeah, no, I don't. I think it should be fine. Although, like I said, a lot. I mean, honestly, didn't see a lot of like press for it. If you're not looking for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, the reviews I did see, they're all good. So
Yeah, and the major places have it. You know,
yeah,
IGN, Den of Geek, things like that. So
yeah,
it should be fine. People
it
should know.
it's getting good word of mouth. So
Yeah. So
yay.
I can actually say something nice about a Warner Brothers project. That's crazy. It's refreshing.
I know.
Something nice about DC in general. It's refreshing.
Well, again, just like the last couple live action movies, it's like, oh yeah, technically, like the Flash wasn't part of but it's all tainted by the Snyder stuff.
Yeah. Be glad to get out of that dead universe. Sorry, Jason
Mhm.
Momoa. I don't think I'm actually gonna go see Aquaman 2, honestly. I'm just gonna. Unless you want to do a review on it, if we're itching for like Aquaman clicks and views, it's fine.
We'll see. But but and then I'm sure you forgot again. Blue Beetle comes out in August.
I don't care.
I think they said I don't think it's connected to the Snyderverse at all.
It's not connected to anything. It's not
Yeah.
connected to James Gunn's universe either.
Well, they said he can play with it if he wants. I guess.
Yeah, worthless. Anyway, I mean, unless it's not Booster Gold, I don't give a shit. If it was Booster Gold, I'd be pissed. But it's Blue Beetle. I don't care. It's not even, and no offense, I like Jamie well enough, but it's not my Blue Beetle. I don't care.
And again, if we're gonna do Blue Beetle, let's do like a buddy comedy with Booster Gold.
Well, yeah, I don't want him tainted in this particular. I don't think the movie's gonna be any good personally. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
super generic, and people
But
won't be hyped about it.
I mean, if we're gonna do it first, do a Ted Cord and Booster Gold buddy comedy.
Exactly. Like it's not my Blue Beetle, so I don't care. Booster Gold's not gonna be in it. I don't care. So that's just my take on it. I don't. Best of luck.
Yeah. I mean, look what the Flash did, and like I said, everyone I know who doesn't read comics is like, oh, who's Blue Beetle?
It's like Big Bad Beetleborgs is making a comeback. What's going on here?
I don't even. I mean, besides like trailers in front of other movies, like I haven't seen like a ton of like advertising for that. And the thing comes out in like
I
a
thought
month
it
or
was a
something.
joke. Honestly, like I
Yeah,
was like, I literally didn't think it was real.
and the thing
I
comes out.
still don't think it's real.
I mean, the thing comes out next month, and I still don't see a ton of advertising anywhere. I mean, well, I've seen it.
The biggest name in the movie is George Lopez. Okay, look, we love Daddy Lopez, we do, but like,
But he's basically just the father figure. So how much
he's
screen time is he gonna
Rudy.
have? Yeah.
Oh, there's Jenny Cord for some reason in this movie.
Mm.
Interesting artistic choice. Oh, okay, no, Victoria Cord's in it too, but no Ted. Oh, they went and drug poor Susan Sarandon into this.
Yeah, I think she's the villain, isn't she?
She's Victoria Cord, so.
Oh God, are the Cords gonna be the villains or something?
Yes, of course they are. Well, think about it. They're the white cast members, and everybody else is Hispanic. I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying that's tanking any chance of like bringing in Ted Cord later on or anything as anything other than
Maybe
a
he's
villain.
already dead, and maybe Jamie stole his tech, and that's the beef. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that movie, but I just see
or Susan Sarandon killed him or something.
Something because he wouldn't sell his tech or something. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I if you want to review that movie, just remind me that it actually exists and that it's real and not. I just feel like it's not real. I don't care whatever I read about it. It just feels like it's not real. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, ha ha, we got you. It's not real. Like you show up and it's
I don't
freaking
know, man.
it's Zack Snyder's freaking cut of the Justice League.
Oh,
Oh yeah, ha, we fooled you.
August Fools.
What would you do if you sat down to a movie
Oh, I'd be throwing
and
stuff.
you saw the beginning of Zack Snyder's freaking
I'd be
Justice
throwing
League?
stuff at the screen. I'd be walking out.
I want my money back.
Oh, I bet a lot of people would be doing that. Oh, my money back. Because I was gonna say,
Yeah.
no, I've seen trailers in front of other movies, so
Okay,
it's a
it's
thing.
happening. Okay.
But once again, I wonder is Warner's not dumping a ton of money in the
Yeah,
promotion
why
for
would they?
that?
Like I said, it's not connected to anything.
Yeah.
They literally have already said that.
And again, with Aquaman, it's probably gonna be the same thing, just because it's connected to a dead universe. So, I mean, you're probably not gonna see a ton of promotion for a
And the
live
Amber
action
Heard
DC
thing.
until Superman Legacy, probably.
Yeah, like I said, people really meant it when they said they weren't gonna go see that Flash movie, and people I feel like really meant it when they said they weren't gonna see it. They don't care. Like, well, Amber Heard's in the movie, we're not gonna go see it, so they're definitely not putting.
Oh,
Like, now that they see the people meant it about the Flash, they probably definitely are not gonna put any money into the marketing budget. Like they put way too much money into the Flash marketing budget.
I know, it was everywhere, and it's just like first week it had first place on like a slow
Well, it
week, and
wasn't
then
hard to do.
yeah, and then by like the third week, it was already down to like 8th place or something. It's just that thing plummeted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Flash is not my problem. That's somebody else's problem. Superman is kind of my problem. So.
Once again, yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, we're gonna. That's the thing is to start with Superman, and then
that's your foundation. If you don't have Superman, a hopeful, let me reiterate this: a hopeful Superman is your foundation. Your universe is doomed.
And then
because think about how the CW started. It started with Green Batman, right? Super dark and gritty, and then when the Flash comes along, he's the light, kind of hopeful character, and that show has done the best out of all the CW shows. I'm just saying there is a trend, there is logic, they just aren't following it.
So so Superman seems to be on the right track. So next step, Wonder Woman.
I mean, her 80th anniversary didn't do it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be alive for the 100th. So
you're not gonna make it to 69 years old, though, Helvar?
I'm gonna try, man. It'll be the biggest like mark on my life if I don't make it to at least 69. But I'm gonna try.
Because I was gonna say, I mean, come on.
I gotta make it to 420. I gotta make it to 420 2069. I have to.
Oh,
that's what's keeping me going.
I mean, even if it's just any time in April of 2069, it'll be 2069. I did it.
Now I can be released from this mortal coil. Speaking of which,
yes.
Go watch My Adventures with Superman if you have not seen it. Please send us in feedback. And most of all, if you have Max, I mean, I understand it's Max if you don't have it. But if you do have it, please feel free to stream this episode. 2 episodes.
Yes, exactly. Stream
Unless you
it.
want the Snyderverse to make a comeback.
Stream
you don't
it.
want that, do you?
Yeah, no. Yes. Stream this. Watch it on Adult Swim, whatever you got to do.
Tweet about it. I mean, be careful not to go over your 600 post or whatever, but be sure to tweet about it.
What the hell was that? Why is Elon Musk playing daddy all of a sudden? Like, oh, you're on the internet.
He literally told y'all to go touch grass, losers.
I know.
Damn. It's like, babes, that's not how it works, right? So the longer we're on your platform, you work off of advertising, right? So if you're only... Never mind.
I never
So much for the billionaire genius. And meanwhile, SpaceX rockets keep blowing up. So clearly he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I never got that because Facebook was doing that for a while too. It's like, oh, you're using our product too much. What?
Well, no, that is because of bots. That they thought it was spam activity. But and I'll tell you, if you actually really want to know why he set the post limit, it's because of AI scrapers. He doesn't want them doing it for free. So once they hit that limit, they can't do it. They gotta wait and go back. But that affects normal users. But he doesn't care because you're not a verified Twitter Blue user. You're not verified. You're not doing the 6,000 posts. So you can suck it.
So if
people
you pay,
use it as a free product, you can suck it.
So if you pay, you can use it as much as you want. Okay.
Well, not as much. They have a 6,000 limit too.
Oh, that would really piss me off if I was paying for it and I still got a limit.
And he says the limits are going to increase eventually, allegedly. But man, Elon's takeover of Twitter has been
Yeah.
Just historic. To
No,
the
no,
point
no.
that I'm back in the arms of fucking Mark Zuckerberg. I'm like, yeah, go use Threads. Fuck Twitter. Use
Whoa,
Threads.
whoa, whoa! Settle down, settle down. This is a Superman episode. Slow down.
Just, I hate the billionaires.
I know, I know.
They can't all be Lex Luthor. It's fine. Oh, you thought I was gonna say Batman, didn't you?
Who?
Batman, my
The
favorite
chance is
character.
never zero, Ray.
It's a DC podcast. There's definitely the chance ain't zero.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's bad. I needed something hopeful like this.
Yes, yeah. Have you been watching Superman and Lois?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't like Tyler Hoechlin, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not my Superman. So.
But no, I thought they've been doing a good. Season 3's been really good. I think.
I mean, I'll watch it once it's all wrapped up, probably. It just
Well,
really didn't capture my attention that much.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say season 3's done.
Well, I'm gonna wait for season 4.
Okay.
And I'll just binge the series in one go and never think about it again.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Like, everybody keeps saying it's good, and I'm happy for those of you that like it, but like, no, I don't like it.
I know, and then a bunch of those cast members are going to be reoccurring in season 4.
They ain't got the money to pay you full time. Something's better than nothing.
Well, yeah, I think it's a shortened season, and yeah, they're only just going with like Superman, Lois, and the
wrap
kids.
it up. CW is gonna be like a whole utter mess when it takes hands from the new ownership. So I don't have to watch CW anymore. I'm free.
Oh yeah, once Superman and Lois is done, yeah, the CW's never going to see me again. We did season 3. We did get and I guess he's going to be in season 4 too. Michael Cutlitz is Lex Luthor.
Oh really?
Oh, he's a scary Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Good. I mean, we all know Mikey Rose is the best live action Lex Luthor ever. So Sorry, Crier.
All right. So anything else, Lil?
Nope, we can go.
So yeah, I don't know, but we'll have another episode of Unlimited Justice. If not before,
you will.
Yeah, I was gonna say if not before, Will and I will be doing stuff every week in September to take the place of Salty and Petty, because Salty will be on
sabbatical
on vacation, getting a nice rest in a hospital somewhere. After 4 months of Heroes Reborn.
An IV of something, laying somewhere with an IV of something in my arm for sure.
Yeah. IV of something. All right. So yeah. But yeah, send us your thoughts on My Adventures of Superman. We do enough shows. We can read this stuff somewhere. If you want more Superman content on this feed, write me and tell me.
Electric money.
That's right, man. Hey, do you want something? Do you want a show covering all the Superman 90s comics in order? Hell, I'll start at Burn. I don't care. I'll start in
Don't tempt him, kids. Don't tempt him. It's been on his mind for like a year and a half at this point.
Seriously. Bounce around this empty head. But yeah, I'll start with Burns, Man of Steel, and go from there. I don't care. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. So yes, if you want that Superman show, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com.
I come back from tobacco. Well, those animals did it. They made me do an Electric Mullet podcast.
I swear, every time Lilith comes back from vacation, it's like, I started a new show. What?
I'm telling Danielle.
Where do you have time to do this? I sleep 4 hours a night. Come on. All right. So, yes, contact us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com for that new show. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon. Find it all at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. And remember, you too can be a superhero. Go check out that GoFundMe link for Charlie Esser's family. Please contribute anything you can. The man entertained you for years, clothed, topless, all of it. Shared every thought in his
from a prison cell,
Shared every thought in his head. Doesn't matter what it was, he shared. shared everything. Oh man, he would have loved this. I think he would have liked my Adventures with Superman.
Yeah.
I like everything.
I mean, it doesn't have Gus Gorman yet.
Yeah, true. That's all right. That's all right.
Poop your pants with Gus Gorman.
That's all right. I like I told you, he's up there bugging Richard Pryor right now all about that movie. What was shooting of day 17 like? All right. So yes, find that in the show notes. All right. And Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
No, he's probably razzing Christopher Reeves. You really thought you could get away with that, didn't you? Superman 4, Quest for Peace.
Just admit Superman 3 is better than Superman 4. My good friend Stanley will agree with me. See, he's right here. All right. Grandma, where are you at on Facebook?
For right now, just friend me on Facebook, but stay tuned. Mama might be back. Grandma might be back on social media.
How Lilith got her internet groove back.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that. Hey, it's a Superman podcast.
I know. We didn't go into detail.
That's a handful.
Lilith's life. If follow Lilith Hellfire on the internet if you like, just like these episodes. If you like someone punching robots, follow Lilith Hellfire.
It's more of a spanking motion, honestly.
Wow. Spanking in the face. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, you'll get more, if not before, you'll get more Unlimited Justice in September with Mr. Will Allred. We're still working out what we want to do, but it's going to be fun. And again, if you really want a Superman show, request it. Discover the 90s Superman through fresh eyes. All right, but until then, come back next time. Remember, come get yourself some justice.
Unlimited justice. Outrageous.
We have hope again.
That's what's outrageous.